Memorial in Norman. Coaches like to say play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Coach Venables told me before the game, this is a crucial conference matchup. He understands this will be the separator. Who will make it to Atlanta? This is the first step today. With both teams doing well in the conference so far, this will be the separator they need. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will have the football first. Headed out to lead this team is John Mateer. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk to the coaching staff, they just sort of say, hey, we're going to go as our quarterback goes. And they're on a nice little win streak right now, and the biggest reason why is because the play of the guy behind center. He has been lights out throwing it. He's been making big plays, keeping the offense on rhythm, and avoiding the turnovers. That's all been critical. He keeps playing like this, they're going to keep winning games.
Got out of trouble and throws. That pass is incomplete. And you'd like to see the quarterback find his rhythm early. So far, so bad. 3rd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Sooners line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Gamecocks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And they'll be met by this defensive front, which can wreak havoc.
And, man, he is going to be tasked at that QB spot with a tremendous challenge. This unit, they're top 10 in sacks, and they're going to be pinning their ears back, flying around like you've watched them on tape. And so, Palmer, when you're a QB, man, and you know you're going against guys that can get to you fast, that win, they hit quarterbacks, like what's going through your head to start a football game?
You are not going to be able to get through your entire progression. You are going 1 to 2, and if that's not open, you're taking off or you're throwing it away. You better know where your check down throw is each and every time you drop back, because against this pass rush, you are not going to have a lot of time.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Sellers through the noise. Left side, it's Tuggle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Off to the races to the right. He's a touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
How about a game-changing play for this defense, stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They go play action with Sellers. A new quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Hand it to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find a...
Breaks away on the left. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Going to the run, it's Blaylock. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. 3rd and 4. They'll give it to Robinson. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Trying to get the corner. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Now here's Sellers. Shoots it to the left. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 4-yard line. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He slings it deep to the left. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the 1st quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the 2nd quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, and he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Out wide right, it's Tuggle. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Second and long here. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing, Sellers. The screen, he can go. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll run the screen. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. On the return. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Nice move there. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he broke out another move. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6. Offense gets set for second down. Just feeds the running back. Maybe some room here. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sellers on the play action. Look out! And he never had a chance.
When we talked to the offensive staff coming into this one, they knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game, they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
Makes the grab over the middle. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And about the only thing good that happened on that last pass for the offense, completion percentage went up. Third down got longer. Rush right in his face. Under pressure. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Trying to get started. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Drops back. It's Mateer. They're all over him. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Sooners are facing 3rd and inches. Right at the line. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll give it to him again. He's got enough. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Nice move to pick up yardage. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. They'll run the screen. Finds a crease at the 20. Makes the catch, and he's free. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge. And he charges across the line. Touchdown! extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
Sellers rushes on. And he goes. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Still on his feet. Fires to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. He's got the first down. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the right side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, Week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Rutgers, taking on the number 7 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Scarlet Knights, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet, but brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Now back to your game in Norman. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's Sellers to throw. Here comes the heat. Right side, it's Tuggle. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Play fake, Sellers. Oh, pressure's coming. Look out. Tight end finds it. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They punted away on 4th down. Looking for room. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The run inside. It's Blaylock. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Keeping his eyes downfield. He'll pull it down and run. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Give to the running back. And he got it oh so close to that 1st down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. Looking for the marker. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Turning it on. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense takes matters into its own hands. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Holds it, looking for a crease. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Going to the ground. He's dropped.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs and hopefully move the football.
The Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll just down it right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Ran the ball on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick the first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it on the counter. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's Robinson one more time. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Sees a crease. And they get the 3rd down stop. What a play by this defense. And the Sooners decide to punt it away. Trying to make one miss. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the... In another offensive odyssey. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch. Ways than one after that earlier sack. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Rush right in his face. And it's a sack.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point, and still in the 4th quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
Making his first move. He's got great speed. Quick step and go. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Sooner offense returns to the field. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. First down for this offense. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for... Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They go play action with Sellers. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And he gets it away.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee.
And the pressure. Receivers call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Looks it in.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
From the gun, it's Avent. He's going to get stopped, trapped, and it'll be a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Keeps it himself. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. On the run, it's McAllister. And after the short gain, that is going to put this one in the books. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss